time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow, I missed all this green!
Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
A cannonade.
My star is rising! Ah! Sanctism will reign!
What a way to start the day. 2 lackeys for each party are clashing. It looks like an intense fight, but from the looks of it, Fortin's side is winning, which isn't good, and it might work in our favor if we save Gladel, a hand he might bring us closer to Luis, all things considered, so we announce our arrival not before a little warning from Neris, of course.
We're here to help! Withdraw, Gladel! Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That gauntlet runner. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral! Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time!
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished! You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
I won't lie, I tested what would happen if I attacked Godot and it went exactly as you would expect. Thankfully, I can reset. But overall, the fight wasn't all that crazy. It acts more like a showing of how fights between candidates looks like. I can't fight Godot, and the game makes him not really attack back for the most part, just looking smug. Because he knows he can't be hit until you take down a soldier, then he gets a little more serious. Then it got a little dicey. It didn't help that I mainly had physical abilities, stuff that the guard on the right resists, but with enough energy raise and my medi healing, we were able to put Godot on the back foot.
So, the faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him!
Bend the knee and yield to the Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ah, I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint. Hey! Get down here!
It seemed our new pal isn't too happy with us butting in, kinda seeing through our plan, but I played dumb and just say I wanted to help him. Which, likely story wanting my true motive, while the girl with him asked him to be a little nicer to the people who saved him. Spectator for the whole tournament is here for some reason, not sure why, but he asks why the lady called Juna is doing all the way out here. She replies that sadly, Glidell is her chauffeur, and tells the guy to shoo or he'll have to pay for an interview. He takes the hint, seeming to be more interested in me leaving. Juna thanks us and compliments us, but I feel it's to rub it in Glidell, poor guy. Hulkenberg's having a hard time. I think she might be a big fan, as Juna apparently played at the opening ceremony. But who cares about that, as Neris has something bigger, better on his mind.
But that's... I'd know those suspensions anywhere. You had Caden workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juna, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva! Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of this group,
You're an interest... Wait, is that a fairy?
Hey, up there!
We look up into the sky. It's the ship from the funeral. Neris is shocked that it's actually finished. Guess he knew the guy, but wait, if that's here, then that means Luis is here. His disciples gather around him, happy to see him, as Glidell is left to pretend he could have won in any situation. I mean, he even got the king's favor? Regardless, Luis thanks us, but then asks the obvious question, who are we? I say I'm a candidate. He seems somewhat interested. One look we'd be commoners, but a lady knight and a gauntlet runner? Says otherwise, and asks for my motives. I have to be careful. I could just say to avenge the prince and they'll go as you would expect, but I decided to continue the get close with Luis plan, saying I want to help him. He replies that I fight in his name. The short paraphrase thinks it's self-promotion. We did it, but Schroll replies that we will help anyone in need. That's our belief. Luis finds it most interesting, but his immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands. Juno is a little hype girl, asking if we have a certain charisma to us. In fact, she dare say saw us use magic without igniters. Schroll gets a little too into it, saying we just want to see his vision realized. He just responds asking if we know what that vision is built on. We claim we're an ally, then we'll have to prove ourselves before the kingdom's eyes. If we can manage that, he may listen to us, as they all leave. Well, that could have gone better, but at least Luis knows our faces, so there's always an upside to these things, as we continue forward.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the gauntlet runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
It's now night as we walk down the halls of the Gauntlet Runner. It sounds like Neris is having some issues, talking about his life being over, so I should probably check on him. We see how he is, but he says it's nothing really. I call him on that, and he relents, admitting that it's the Gauntlet Runner. Aye, she's in tip-top shape, but he wanted to make her peerless, a beaut. Something that would make Luis's runner look like a belly apricot. He wouldn't be floundering if he had a little spark. Gallica asks what he means, as he replies, a spark of inspiration, like when he saw that lost relic. Gala asks as Neris talks about some long ago civilization that's so advanced. Automation ruled the day. People lived around machinery. With no work, they lived their lives in convenience and comfort. Then suddenly, it all just disappeared. Sounds fascinating, honestly. That's when Neris asks for my help finding these relics. Hyping it up, I ask if he's seen one. He confirms, when he was a wee sprogget, the old man showed him, and seeing it lit a fire inside of him. After that, he was just full of ideas. Something about it just captured his imagination. Gallica asks if he could show him again, but apparently the guy went back to his hometown, but he has promised it in his last will. We ask where he lives, he tells us it might be a place we'll see in our travels. So I should keep that in mind as I leave Neris, who's all doom and gloom, and head to bed.